It's Wisdom Wednesday with growth coach Gina Grebinger and production leader Robert Filial from the Moore Mortgage Group, powered by Annie Mac Home Mortgage. Hey, Robert.
What's up, Gina?
Big question for you this week. 2022 is a little bit of a different year, than we've experienced the past couple of years. So what are some things that we can do to take our business to that next level in this year specifically?
Yeah, 2022 is a much different year than we've seen, right? It feels very much like 2018, which for any of you that were out there in the business then, you'll remember margin compression, volatility, race to the bottom. It was a bloodbath. Like, every deal was like a knife fight in a back alley to win. So we're already feeling some of that. We're going to see a lot of changes as we progress into the year. Companies making changes, probably staffing changes, pricing changes. I think one thing to keep in mind, we lose sight of this sometimes, the market moves the same for everybody. But the adjustments that are made at a company level are not always the same. So you're going to see some pricing disparity. If you're at a company that moves quickly as the market moves and, in reaction to the market, there's going to be companies that don't. There's going to be companies that, as the market moves and we lose 50, 60, 70 basis points, they're going to hold their pricing to try to keep their pipelines full, even though they may be originating that business at a loss. And that's going to create pricing disparity in the market. So what I would say is, while there's volatility, there's risk, and it's hard to make any judgment calls in that situation, and that's where we're going to spend a lot of this year. It's not what you asked me, but that's a good foundation. It's a good base to build on. So what can we do to make sure that we not only survive but thrive in this kind of unique market? So I think there's a couple of things that we can do. The first thing that you have to do is you have to realize it and acknowledge it. You have to understand it. You have to know what's going on. Otherwise, you can get swept up in the emotion, and frankly, there's going to be some people out there that make some rash decisions they're going to make permanent decisions based on temporary circumstances. And that may or may not leave them in a better place long term. So I would say, make sure that you have a plan, make sure you understand and know what's going on so you don't end up in that. And then secondly, make sure you have a plan to deal with it. We've talked in the past about business planning, knowing your numbers, knowing what's expected in the market, and then finding a solution to address that, whether it's a niche product or, targeting like cash out refis, hitting the DSP, making sure you're doubling down on realtor conversations, being intentional and consistent with marketing. Those are going to be keys as well. So we have to know it, we have to plan for it, and then we have to execute, right? So, a lot of people are just going to bury their head in the sand, and they're going to be like, there's three little monkeys, and that's not going to work. Change sucks, but there's a lot of opportunity in change as well. So I think for those people that you're going to see excel are the ones that do just that. They know it's coming, they have a plan for it, they make bold, quick adjustments to their business, and they're gonna win. They're gonna grow and excel, and it's no accident that top performers are top performers year over year, regardless of the market and what's happening, right? And these are kind of consistent activities or mindful thought processes that all of them share and have. So I think that's the key. We're blessed to have an amazing owner. Joe Panabianco is awesome, and probably one of the smartest gentlemen I know, especially as it relates to financial markets and what's going to happen and what we can expect. He's made a number of financial predictions since I've known him, and hasn't been wrong yet, which is a little scary. Like, it's like good, scary, good. You know, so he came out of the gate as the year was starting, basically saying the same thing that I'm sharing with you guys. You know, we know that there's going to be changes. Get in front of it. Look at your business plan. Look at these things and build a plan for it, account for it, adjust to it, and rock out. You know, a lot of you guys out there, LOs, Branch, you're coming off the best years you've ever had in your career, right? Honey's been flowing, money's been good, right? I hope y'all saved some. I hope you put some back. You know, there may be not only in the business channel, but you may need to look at some lifestyle stuff, right? Like some of the things that maybe we did when we were rocking, you know, a ton of loans. If your pipeline's changing, you need to take that into account. Hopefully everyone saves some. You should be trying to save 25% every month. That's the goal. Just a little nugget there for y'all. But yeah, I'm rambling a little bit, but I think that's the key to, you know, again, not only surviving but thriving in a market like this.
That's really good advice. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
See you next week.
Bye.